Jai Baba, Chapter 65. Megha's routine in Shirdi was simple. Every day he walked 3 miles for the bale leaves, performed puja to all the village deities, then washed Baba's feet, pressed them, drank the sacred water, and was present for the noon arti in Masjid-i. One day he could not complete his daily routine of performing puja to all the deities, as the Lord Khandoba temple was shut. He entered the mosque, but Baba did not allow Megha to wash his feet. The daily arti began and got over, and then Baba called Megha to him. Today you have not performed your puja properly, as one God remains to be appeased. Go and perform the last puja and then return. Don't worry, the doors will be open now. Megha was used to Baba's omnipresence by now. He rushed to Lord Khandoba's temple and performed the puja, returned to Dwarkamai, and it was only then that Baba allowed Megha to worship him and wash his feet. Once Megha wanted to smear Baba's body with sandalwood paste which was mixed with fragrant ingredients and then give Baba a proper bath with the holy water of the Godavari river. He began to seek Baba's permission repeatedly. Eventually Baba agreed. Do what your heart desires. Megha picked up a vessel and left for the Godavari river. The walk to and fro was 16 miles, but that did not deter Megha. His entire mind was fixed on bathing Baba with the holy waters of the Godavari river. He brought the water and emptied it into a vessel which was used only for sacred rituals. The afternoon arti ended, and after a while everybody returned to their dwellings for lunch. Baba, everyone has left. Now it is time for your bath. Baba held Megha's hand. Megha, I am a poor fakir. What will I do bathing in the sacred waters of the Godavari river? Baba, for me you are Lord Shankar. It is common knowledge that bathing Lord Shankar with the sacred Ganges water pleases him. Baba sighed and like a good boy went and sat on a stool. Now listen to me, Megha. Only wash my head, as the head is the supreme chief of the entire body. Sprinkle a little water on my head, and that is equivalent to having an entire body bath. Please, you will have to listen to what I say. Megha agreed. Baba bowed his head, and at first Megha sprinkled a little water on Baba's head. Then he poured some water on Baba's head, and then, overcome with love for Sai Shankar, he poured the water all over Baba's body. He said loudly, Har Har Gange, while pouring the sacred water all over Baba's body. He put the vessel down, turned towards Baba, and got the shock of his life. Baba's entire body was dry. Only his head was wet. Baba's clothes were dry too. A few of those who were present were wonderstruck. Baba looked up and smiled. One day, Nana Chandorkar presented Megha with a large painting of Sai Baba. Megha would keep the portrait in Sathe Wada and worship it daily. Megha felt blessed. Here he had a full-length portrait of Sai, while in the mosque was his Baba in person. Megha would perform puja and arti to both Sai and his portrait. Megha remained in Shirdi for a long time. After a year of doing puja and arti to both the portrait and Baba in person, Megha had a vision. He was lying down on his bed, his mind on Baba, when Sai appeared and threw grains of rice on his bed and told Megha, Megha, I want you to draw a Trishul. Then Baba was nowhere to be seen. Megha immediately went to Baba and narrated his vision. What vision? I had come personally. Baba, the doors were locked. You silly boy, do you really think that any closed door can prevent me from entering any place in creation? I am beyond shape and size. I am here, there, and everywhere. All those who have truly surrendered to me and have laid everything, joy and sorrow, success and failure, all their burdens at my feet, I control everything of that person. I control the person's heart, mind, body, and destiny. I never speak without profound meaning. Do as you have been told. Megha returned and drew a trishul in red color next to Baba's portrait. The very next day, Baba was offered a Shivalinga by a devotee of Guru Ramdas. Megha was in the mosque and Baba called him over. Here, Shankar has come for you personally. Now take care of him properly. Megha was speechless. First, Baba had initiated the entire process by coming to him and telling him to draw a trishul, and then he presented him with Lord Shankar. All of them were placed next to Baba's picture. Megha realized that Baba had accepted his chanting and that in reality Sai was Shankar and Shankar was Sai. Megha served Baba for many years. Every noon and evening he did Baba's Aarti. One day, Megha passed over in 1912. Baba caressed Megha's dead body and said, "He was a true devotee of mine." Baba must have loved Megha dearly, as he ordered that a dinner in Megha's honor should be given to all the Brahmins. He told Kaka Sahib Dixit to take care of the arrangement, and Baba personally took care of all the expenses incurred for the dinner. He truly loved Megha. Peace be to all. Baba bless us to always be the dust beneath his sacred feet, and may he too love us as he loved Megha. Jai Sai.